All right. This video, it's not this topic. This is for the next video. But for this particular video, I will have the whiteboard here just for looks. But it's going to be, the main topic today is FRREDOM. This is the topic of the video today, freedom. The reason why it's the topic of the video is because a lot of you don't understand what freedom actually is. Just one word. I can do it off the top of my head. Freedom, you really don't know what you have until it's gone, right? Freedom is something that you should get stripped out of so that you can truly appreciate what this actually means. A lot of you don't understand that. Why? You have a lot of responsibilities. You have a girlfriend. You have a child. You have a lease. These are all responsibilities that look minor, but they are the biggest things in life. That is life, right? And if you continue to tie yourself down here, you're not going to have freedom. I actually live my life in a manner where the biggest responsibility in my life is this. This is the biggest responsibility in my life. Right here. And even then, this isn't even that big of a responsibility. Why? Give it to my mom. It's not my problem no more. My mom loves this dog, adores her. That's not even that big of a responsibility. And I will do that if I have to because I have avoidant detachment, whatever. I don't want to develop feelings for this dog because I know very soon she's going to die. Therefore, I will not love you fully. And I never will. I'm sorry, doggy. But I don't want to experience that pain that I experienced with my last dog. So that is a security measure. Me protecting myself from feeling that feeling again. That is the same feeling you should have with everything else. You should not be attached to anything. Even if, let's say you were attached to your wife, it's a downfall. Don't even attach yourself because that is the beginning of your end. Now, for freedom, if you've never been to a foreign country and been to the point where you thought you were going to die, you have never experienced freedom. Because if you don't know what that feels like when you're about to die or get robbed and killed, you actually don't know how to appreciate freedom. If you have a girlfriend, most guys in America were taught that they should always have a girlfriend. You have never experienced freedom. Ever. Usually, a relationship is compromise. Usually in the form of freedom. You can't talk to this bitch. You can't go out during these hours. You can't do that, and that. No, bitch. You are never going to tell me what I can and can't do. I will absolutely do whatever the fuck I want, and I will not embarrass you. That is how you should live as a man if you're going to have a girlfriend. I won't embarrass you. I won't sleep with your friend. I won't sleep with your family members or friends. I won't embarrass you. And when I do it, I'll use protection when I go with another woman. If you're going to do anything, do that. I'm not saying I do that. I'm saying that is ideal. Because you are a primate. You are a monkey. You are a man. You need to just let it go sometimes. That's true. But that's like more just women-based. This is just freedom as in freedom. You've never been robbed. You've never been at gunpoint. You don't understand. You've never been to a foreign country and looked like how they actually live. The peasants over there. You've never seen it. It's pretty fucking dog shit. You've grown up with your girlfriend your entire life. You've always been in a relationship. You're a dumbass. Because you never leave the relationship. You get out of a relationship and you get into a new one. You fall into the same fucking trap. You're a dumbass. It takes you to really have a brutal breakup where you use at least 1 to 2 years where you could just fucking raw at it. Enjoy your true freedom. Why is this so important, right? I keep harnessing on this. Why is it so important? Because then you actually appreciate it for what it is and you can maximize the potential of freedom. I have a house. I can say, yell, whatever slur I want. racial, non-racial, it does not matter. I love that freedom. I love that I can work on my desk and blast my music to 100. I love that shit because my doors are impact proof. You can't hear anything on the outside, you can't hear anything on the inside. I absolutely love that. But why? Because I used to live with my parents at one point in my life, from 0 to 21. And I had to respect their rules, and I had to be quiet, and I had to follow the orders, and I had to stay in line. That is all bullshit. It's all programming. And they didn't program me correctly. Instead of, let's say you have 2 children and 1 alcoholic father. But you might say, why do those 2 children come out differently? Well, I'll tell you why. One child looks at the alcoholic father and says, oh my God, this is my fault. I can't believe I was born into this life. I'm going to become just like him because that's how I was raised. The other one says, fuck that. This is a prime example of how I should not be. I'm going to do the opposite. This one's actually down here. This one's up here. This one rose to the standards, surpassed them, superseded his standards, and said, I'm not going to be like this dumbass. Which is all I've done in my entire life. My dad wasn't necessarily an alcoholic, but he wasn't the brightest. And he always never took the blame, which is the biggest fuck up of his life. My biggest strength. And thank God I never bought into it. Because now I can experience freedom to the maximum, how it should be experienced. I'm actually grateful for my terrible upbringing. It's not as bad as fucking most people. I'd say my upbringing was probably in the 80th and above, 80th%. And I had just enough bad to make me the person I am today. Just enough bad. I wouldn't have every meal. That's just enough bad. But I did have a roof under my head, which is most people don't. So I see that and I go, thank God, at least I was safe, but I had the shit. It was good. It was a happy medium. But just enough to tip me over the edge to be like, fuck that. I would not want that shit for my kids. My parents didn't teach me what I should have learned. At least the best decision they made was coming to America. At least. That was the best decision they could have made. Other than that, everything's fine and dandy for now. But you got to be able to experience freedom to its maximum potential. So if you are in that abusive relationship or controlling, doesn't necessarily have to be abusive, whether abusing verbally or physically, you should be able to maximize your potential when you get out of that relationship, because then you'll truly realize what true freedom is. So yes, I am encouraging you to get into that shit relationship. Get into that awful relationship. Join an awful person's life. Get fucked over. Get scammed. Because then you'll truly realize freedom at its finest. So if you are in that position right now where your life is shit, be able to reflect, look back on it, and enjoy it. Smell the sunshine and the rain with the flowers, even in the darkest of times. Because there will be bright light at the end of that tunnel. And it's all because you had darkness. So enjoy it, my friend. Enjoy your shit relationship that you're currently in. I encourage you to fucking get dumped. Get so fucking heartbroken. Or leave that stupid bitch. Make her ass cry. Fucking tear her world apart. Because in 2 weeks, she's going to be on another man's dick anyways, bro. Girls have it so easy. So, yes. Enjoy your freedom, boys. Let's get it.